Hello there. I'm hoping you're here today because you're hoping to find out how one of these beauties that I'm showing you on screen now performs. It's my summer 2024 build. It's a build on a budget. I was trying to keep it under £700, and you can now see how this thing gets on. We're going to step straight in with Helldivers. Pick this one because it's one of the most popular games out there at the moment on all platforms. Launched on the PS5, it came to PC, and has caused a massive storm. It's so popular, it's just good fun. You can see on this footage, I dived into a game. This is on high settings, by the way, the graphics. I dived into a game just at the point where they had already wiped out the oppositions, and so I just carried on, shot a few other things, got in the way generally. You will see that that's a theme of my gameplay. But I want you to keep your eye when you're looking at the performance of this, at the big statistics I've put on screen in the top left in the orange letters. That's from a piece of software called Microsoft Afterburner, which allows you to see the sort of temperatures that this system is running at. As you can see throughout all of this video, it very, very rarely goes above 75 degrees centigrade on either the processor or the graphics card, which is perfectly fine, perfect for this type of build. You don't need excessive cooling. It's got fresh thermal paste on there because it's been built new and from scratch with all new components, so these temperatures are perfect. This helps the performance run just like this. As you can see, there's no stutter, it's performing perfectly well. The other figure that a lot of people will look at are the FPS, the frames per second. If you have a look at this, you'll see that it's sitting in the 40s, 50s all the way through. The perfect area for this type of game is at least 30 to 60 frames per second. That is the area the PlayStation 5 targets, and it's the area that this system picks up on. These are on high settings. If you wanted a faster frame rate, if you prefer that, you could always lower these settings down to medium or even low, but you lose a bit of quality there. And as you can see, it's a good fun game. You can get on there, you don't need blisteringly fast frame rates, it's all about having the fun of playing the Helldivers for democracy and all that. Another thing to note, particularly on this, keep your eye on the percentage of the GPU usage at the very top on the Microsoft Afterburner display. The reason why I've left that in there for you to look at while this is running is to show you that the graphics card is working at 95% plus, 100% plus all of the time. That is indicating that there is no limitations being put on the graphics card by the processor. This build is with a RTX 3060, the NVIDIA graphics card, and the processor is a Ryzen 5 4500. 4500 is perfectly adequate for this graphics card. As you can see, this game is ploughing along nicely with no trouble whatsoever. No gaps, no stutters.
Launch countdown complete. We have to leave now. Extraction complete. Pelican 1 beginning ascent. Democracy prevails once more.
Those automatons didn't stand a chance really, did they, against such a great team. If only I could have got in the way a little bit more, maybe I could have made the video last a bit longer and you could see more Helldivers action. But I'm going to move on to Cyberpunk 2077 after this. I'm going to show you two bits of Cyberpunk. I'm going to run the built-in benchmark that's contained in the game. Reason for that, because it gives you a nice fair comparison between both settings I've used here. The first video, the first cutting of what I'm giving you here is based on just the ultra settings, if you will see me chosen. So that's the very highest graphics quality that this can offer, and the RTX 3060 can run this perfectly well. The 3060 has 12 gigabytes of video memory, which is more than most cards in this sort of range, so it's perfectly happy to pick up all of that video memory, fill it, and play these at ultra settings. As you can see, the frame rate nice and stable throughout, nice and smooth. Cyberpunk is one of the most impressive games out there when it comes to graphical quality. So use this game in particular because it can just show off really what the graphics card can do in this machine. And once again, you'll see full utilization of the graphics card with the processor perfectly able to handle the frames that have been thrown at it. This standardized benchmark helps you see different graphics settings before you dive into the game. And so I'm going to next try something else that this graphics card can do, which is ray tracing. See if you can tell the difference. I'm on the fence with ray tracing. It's a big feature that Nvidia came out with a few years back now, and they wanted us all to be knocked out by ray tracing features in their games. I'm undecided. Have a look, see what you can do. Now, let's be honest, I have only used ray tracing low here, so that just means some of the ray trace shadows are in play. It doesn't make a huge difference. A few of the graphic settings are lowered to allow for this low preset of ray tracing, but as you can see, the overall look is very similar, and it becomes down to your choice. I wanted to show this because I just wanted to showcase that this graphics card, this machine, can run ray tracing titles. As I say, the big advantage with Nvidia, they do have the best ray tracing cores. They have access to deep learning super sampling, DLSS, which allows the image to be upscaled at a better quality. And this machine can handle some light ray tracing, as you can see here. Again, perfectly smooth frame rates throughout. And it becomes your choice. You can sit down with this machine. I tend to turn ray tracing off. I rather have the faster frame rates and get through the game like that, because they can still look great without the effects. Maybe one day ray tracing will catch up and we can all have fantastic RTX 4090 levels of performance from mid-range cards like the 3060. I'm going to sign off now by switching to one of my favourites, and to embarrass myself by showing you me playing Apex Legends. Now this is a different game. Helldivers, popular game across all platforms. Cyberpunk is what you would call a AAA title with the heaviest graphics. Apex Legends is a fast-moving esports title where you want the fastest frame rates, and as you can see here, the frame rates are going to be pretty much constantly above 144. 144 is a bit of a sweet spot for frame pacing in esports titles, because most people won't have a monitor that is capable of showing them more than 144 frames a second, which is you'll see the hertz reading on your monitor. If you've got a monitor that has less than 144 hertz, you won't see more than that each second. But again, this is just to show that this PC is capable of high refresh rate esports gaming. Please try to ignore my poor gameplay here. I was concentrating on other things. So this is it. Get yourself down. I've got the links to this PC below in the links. Get to the website. These are all built to order. Generally, from you paying and me getting your order, it takes about 3 days for me to put them together and get them shipped out to you for free. There is a 1-month guarantee on the components, manufacturer's guarantee, so nothing should go wrong. It's all brand new parts. That's a Ryzen 5 4500, 16 gigabytes of DDR4 RAM that is running at 3200 megatransfers per second. There's a 1 terabyte NVMe solid state drive. None of this magnetic drive, hard drive nonsense, and nice solid state drives. So you've got nice fast timings on there. We've got the RTX 3060 12GB version, brand new. There's a 500 watt power supply in here, an 80 plus rated bronze power supply. And the case I'm putting them in at the minute is the A520 by Antec, a company that have been around for years. It's a nice LED lighting on the front, RGB lighting on the front that you saw. If I change the cases every now and again, I am looking at some of the fish tank cases at the moment for this type of build. If I'm making changes to that, you'll be able to see them on the website. But follow the link to the Chelmsley Gaming website, have a look what else we've got. Again, if you want to build your own PC, I can supply you with some parts. I'm just doing these as it's a budget PC which can still perform in all the titles at the best possible level. A 12GB graphics card isn't going to be running out on you anytime soon. The processor is more than enough to cover the needs of the graphics card. The memory is plenty. Hopefully see you at my website. See you soon. When I update this PC, I'll get another one of these videos up and let you know what I think of 2025's PCs.